Welcome to From Beneath the Hollywood Sign. If you love old movies, Hollywood history, or the golden age of filmmaking, this is the podcast for you. Hosted by writer-producer Steve Cubine and actress-writer Nan McNamara. And now, Steve and Nan.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this preview of the podcast From Beneath the Hollywood Sign.
And you know, last week we brought you a really fun episode about great character actresses from the Golden Age. Well, we're giving the fellas their due. We're going to do a great episode about character actors.
Yeah, there were a number of them that we wanted to talk about, and we just didn't have the time. So we're going to dive into one of them that we didn't get to talk about right now, and that is this gentleman.
Yes, one of my favorites. I think I'm obligated to say that about every actor now, but he really is one of my favorites. Of course, it's the great Donald Meek, which I find his last name is so appropriate for the types of characters that he plays, because he always seems to play these meek, weak characters in a very, very humorous way. I mean, he's always the henpecked husband, the officious banker, the put-upon accountant. But, you know, he also did his fair share of judges and ministers and justices of the peace. He was just that every man, and he was incredible at it.
You know, and his stature, which is also appropriate to his last name, was interesting to me to read about, because I believe he was 5'6" and at one point weighed like 81 pounds. He started as an acrobat, which makes perfect sense.
He did, which, you know, you're right. It explains the physical comedy that he was so brilliant at.
Yes.
You know, Meek was born in Scotland. I don't know if everyone knows that, but he was of Scottish descent. You know, and he moved to the States, I think, in the turn of the century, around 1900. And he got an early start. His screen debut was in a movie called Six Cylinder Love. I love that name. But, you know, he's just been so good in so many movies. You know, always playing, you know, the put upon funny professional or husband or whatever. And you just put this great picture. This is from probably one of his better known movies, You Can't Take It With You. Sharing the photo is Jimmy the Raven, who we talked about on our animal episode a few.
Yes. When I saw that this photo was available, I thought, well, we have to include Jimmy, right? Because we talked about him before.
Exactly. But, you know, he did so many great movies, and some of my favorites. He's really wonderful as Edna May Oliver's timid little brother in Little Miss Broadway from 1938, which starred Shirley Temple. And he's so great around the same era. He shares a comical dance with Joan Crawford while Clark Gable plays jazz piano in a wonderful comedy called Love on the Run in 1936. Oh, and there's a great shot of that. But he just had this charm and appeal that was just wonderful.
He's almost not recognizable in this scene because of the big mustache that they put on him. But
you know, just a few weeks ago, I watched him in, and I saw it years ago, but he was Edith Fellowes' wonderful kind of grifter grandfather in Pennies from Heaven in 1936.
Oh.
Also, and I kind of forgot about this, he's also the Sunday school supervisor from Adventures of Tom Sawyer from 1938, the classic.
Yes. And when you see the photos from that film, the still shots, oh my goodness. He just really embodies kind of the definition of what we talk about a character actor being able to do.
Yes. And, you know, and he will always have a special place in my heart. And it wasn't his biggest role, but it's one that just left such an impact on me. Is he plays the hilarious Mr. Hippenstall, the pickle and mincemeat judge in the Gene Crane, Dana Andrews version of State Fair in 1945. And the drunker he gets and the more he flirts with Faye Bainter, it's just comic gold.
Yeah. Well, the character name alone, right?
Yes.
What is it again? Mr.
Hippenstall. We know
Hippenstall.
He's ended up playing. I love some of his character names in various movies. Like he's Mr. Desby. He's Mr. Misselmeyer. He's Mr. Jeters. He's Mr. Vester. He always has the funniest names, which goes along with his humorous character.
Yeah. He's fantastic. Well, we're going to be sharing about some other character actors in our upcoming episode, which drops on Sunday evening, the newest one. And you can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts.
Yeah, we hope you'll check it out.